Hello again. A wave of bombings in Iraq has killed at least 75 people in Baghdad and the northern city of Bakuba. Worst attack saw 18 people die when a suicide bomber blew himself up at a funeral procession. The UN says over 500 people have been killed this month alone, while last year proved to be Iraq's deadliest since 2008. There's a continuing standoff between the Iraqi army and al-Qaeda-linked militants who've been in control in the city of Fallujah for more than a week now. On the line, we've got human rights campaigner and members of the Brussels Tribunal on Iraq. Hi there, thanks for being with us, much appreciated. What would you say is behind this unprecedented level of sectarian violence then, and who's to blame?
Well, definitely the US-led invasion of Iraq is to blame.
Oh, we appear to have lost the sound to you there,
As you know, in Iraq there was no violence, such violence, before the invasion and the occupation of Iraq. Okay, do you hear me now?
We can, yes. If you carry on, that'd be great.
Okay, well, I was saying that the US-led invasion and occupation of Iraq is to be blamed for this violence. And of course, there are many other reasons behind this violence. The non-functioning state, for example, the corrupt and fascist government, the absence of any kind of services, the failing state, all these, and above all, the persecution of people, especially those who protest against the fascist policies of the government. All these together are behind the escalation of violence.
Iraq's citizens have been coping with daily bloodshed. We talk about it daily on this channel. Civilians are the key victims in insurgents' deadly attacks. What needs to be done to try and tackle it? It seems to be getting worse.
Yeah, it is. That's true. Actually, for the last year, more than a year, Iraqis are protesting peacefully. I mean, protesting against the government's policies and above all the detentions and the executions. You know, Iraq now has the first rate of executions in the world. So and again the non-functioning state, the failings, etc. But what the government did is that they attacked the peaceful protesters and they killed many of them. For example, a few months ago they slaughtered 45 people in Hawija, people who were protesting peacefully, and in other places, in Diyala, in Mosul, in Al-Anbar. All these killings, yes, Iraqis are trying to cope with this violence, but simply the government has to stop persecuting the people.
Now, the Iraqi PM's warning, isn't he, of the against the creation of evil statelets, as he put it, that would wreak havoc with security in the region and in the world. They were his words. Do Iraqi authorities have anywhere near enough resources, though, to fight an emboldened al-Qaeda on their own?
Well, this is another lie. I mean, there is no chance. There is no any chance of Islamic State to be created in Iraq, simply because the Iraqi people themselves are against this. They are actually now fighting the Islamic State in Anbar or in Diyala. The Iraqi resistance, the Iraqi revolutionaries, the Iraqi fighters are against these people. So we are here talking about a triangle of violence, of people who are fighting. So the Iraqis themselves are against this Islamist. There is no such a scenario, and this is just a lie that the government is sending out to get more support from the outside world, to get more arms. And surprisingly, many states actually are really supporting this fascist government against its own people, instead of supporting the Iraqi people themselves against this occupation-installed government. So there is no such a thing. This is a lie.
Thank you for your thoughts. Thanks for being on the programme. Emin Ahmed Habas there, Iraq human rights activist and member of the Brussels Tribunal on Iraq.